use of a or n or a or n with adjectives depends on the pronunciation of the first part of the word just after a or n. That is the adjective. The adjective comes before the noun. So use of a or n is not dependent on the noun but is dependent on the adjective which comes before the noun. So here the noun is concept. That's a noun. But we are using n because the adjective old starts with o, which is a vowel, so we will use n. Next example makes it even more clear. Apple. Now apple pronunciation starts with a, and if there was no new, we will call an apple. But new is an adjective, and the pronunciation of this adjective does not start with a vowel. The pronunciation starts with n, new. It's a consonant. So we say a new apple. So when you are using adjective before a noun, whether to use a or n depends on how the pronunciation of the adjective starts, the very first part, and accordingly we follow the same rule as we have seen before. If the pronunciation starts with a vowel, we use n, and if it starts with a consonant, we use a. Here are some more examples. Game is a noun, ugly is an adjective, and it is spoken as ugly. A is a vowel. Pronunciation starts like a vowel, so an ugly game. Here another example, experience is a noun, unusual is adjective, so unusual experience starts with a, unusual starts with a, and so it starts with a vowel sound, so we use n. Now compare this with this adjective, again with experience we call unique. Now unique starts, the pronunciation starts with y-o-o, unique, and so we use a before this adjective. Another example, ball is a noun, big is an adjective, big is pronounced as big, b, so it's a consonant in the beginning of the pronunciation, so we say a big ball. When there are more than one adjectives, like this is rose flower is a noun, beautiful, red, fresh are three adjectives. In our chapter on adjectives, we will tell if there are more than one adjectives, then what is the order, which one comes first, which one comes second, which one comes third, like that. But here the adjective which is the first one after the article, that is the one used. So we say a beautiful red fresh rose flower. So B of beautiful is the alphabet that decides. Suppose it was a beautiful orange fresh rose flower, orange will have O, but that will not decide whether we use A or N. This B of beautiful will decide whether we use A, N or an N. So a beautiful red fresh flower. Some more examples of use with adjectives, when to use a and when to use an. N, ugly dog. The pronunciation of ugly starts with a. N, honest person. The pronunciation starts with a, o, honest, not honest, honest. Here the pronunciation starts with b, b, beautiful. So a beautiful umbrella. Here the pronunciation starts with o, orange glow. So we use n before this orange glow. So whether to use a or n depends on the initial part of the pronunciation of the adjective. If the pronunciation starts with a vowel, we use n. If the pronunciation starts with a consonant, we use a. Now the case with abbreviations. In America they call it acronyms. So what to do when we have to use a or a and n before an abbreviation? What is an acronym? An acronym is a short form of a long word. We use the first alphabet from each word and make it an acronym, and I will show you examples of that. Some acronyms are spoken as single word, and in some acronyms or abbreviations each alphabet is spoken separately. Here are few examples. A CIA agent. CIA stands for Central Intelligence Agency. It is the spy agency of America, and it is called CIA. So because the pronunciation of this word starts with S, CIA, so we use a CIA agent. This is another word, WHO. It represents World Health Organization, and the pronunciation starts with W, World Health Organization. So we use a as the article in front of this acronym or abbreviation. Compared to these two abbreviations, this abbreviation is not spoken as individual letters, but it is spoken as RAW. It is not spoken as RAW, but it is spoken as RAW. RAW is the spy agency for India, and so we say a raw recruit, because the pronunciation for this word starts with R, which is a consonant. Let's look at some more examples. Now it becomes difficult sometimes because you don't know how these words or how these acronyms or abbreviations are spoken. This one is UNICEF. The full name is United Nations International Children Emergency Fund, but we don't use the full name, we just call it UNICEF. Another acronym or abbreviation is UNESCO, which is another United Nations Education and Scientific Research Organization. So, but we don't use the whole word, we just use UNESCO. We saw RAW earlier, which is an Indian spy agency called RAW. We don't use Research and Analysis Wing. What is the full name of this word? Another abbreviation is MAD. This full name for MAD is Mothers Against Drunk Driving, but we don't use the full word, we use acronym. Compared to that, these are also abbreviations or acronyms, but we use full words like FDA. We use each alphabet separately. We don't call it FDA, we call it FDA. Another example, FBI. Another example, CIA. Another example where alphabets are spoken separately is UN. Now, once you know the pronunciation, then you can decide whether to use a or n before these words. So, NFDA circular. See, even though the first alphabet is F, and if we didn't know, we will say FDA, and then we will think probably we will use a. But when we know the correct pronunciation, which is FDA, starts with a of F, so we use N. Another example, if we did not know whether each alphabet is spoken separately, we will say Phoebe agent, but then we will use a. But we know the correct pronunciation for this abbreviation or acronym is FBI. It starts with a of F, so we use N before that. Similarly, a CIA agent, the pronunciation starts with S, CIA. This word is spoken as UNESCO. Focus here, UNESCO. Because it starts with YOO pronunciation, we say a UNESCO heritage site. Same way, UNICEF program, UNICEF, and starts with the pronunciation of YOO type U, so we say a UNICEF program. MED is spoken as med, starts with M, so we say a med activist. If we did not know, we will say MADD, and then we will use N, but if we know the correct pronunciation, then we will be able to use the correct article before that acronym or abbreviation. Now, a case about silent alphabets. English has a few words which has the first alphabet which is a silent alphabet which is not spoken. Here are some examples. The alphabet K in knife is not spoken, it is silent, so we call it knife. Because the pronunciation is starting with a consonant, we say a knife. Next example is esophagus. It is the tube which carries food from our mouth to our stomach, and it is started with spelling O, but we don't call oesophagus, we call esophagus because O is silent. Since the pronunciation is starting with a in esophagus, E in esophagus, we use an esophagus. Next word is edematous. The next word is edematous, like when there is swelling of something, edema. Again, the pronunciation is starting with E, edematous, so we use N before edematous, and edematous leg. Another example is pneumonectomy. The P is silent. We don't call it pneumonectomy, we call it pneumonectomy. And because the pronunciation starts with N, so we use A. Another example, pneumonectomy is when a part of the lung is cut and removed because the person was a smoker or because the person has a lung cancer or something. The operation is called pneumonectomy, cutting away the part of lung. Pneumo means lung, nectomy means cutting a part of it. Next example is a knight. The queen gives this honor to some of its soldiers, and that is called a very brave soldier called a knight. But the K here is silent, it is spoken as knight, so starts with na, so we use a before a knight. Next we look at combined nouns and use of a and an. When you are using a or an in front of a combined noun, use the same rules as we discussed earlier. If the pronunciation starts with a, e, I, o, u, use the article an. Otherwise, use the article a before the combined noun. What is a combined noun? When two or three words join together to form a noun, like 1 week trip. It's a combined noun, 1 week trip. So they are joined by this dash. So one, even though there is o here, you will think we will use an, but when you look at the pronunciation, it is called one, v, and v is a consonant, so we say a 1 week trip. Similar example, a one-eyed animal. Even though the first alphabet in the spelling is o, but the pronunciation is v, so it's a consonant, so we say a one-eyed animal. Next example, mother-in-law. The pronunciation starts with m, mother-in-law. So m is a consonant, so we say a mother-in-law. Compare that to this one, in-law. In-law is a common term used for all in-laws like mother-in-law, father-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law. They are commonly called in-law. So the pronunciation starts with e, which is a vowel, so we say an in-law. Another example, hourly wage issue. Here, even though H is the first alphabet in the spelling, but the pronunciation is hourly, as shown here, hourly wage. In many countries, people are paid by the hour. If you work 2 hours, you get 2 hours worth of wage. 4 hours, you get 4 hours worth of wage. So that is called hourly wage. By hour, it is given by hour, not by working for whole day. So in hourly, the pronunciation starts with a, so we use an hourly wage issue. See, I will keep using more difficult words that you can make your English strong. Don't be afraid, just keep following, and if you hear it for a few times, your English will get much better in a few weeks. Now let's look at case with noun phrases. This should be noun phrases.